It's heating up because Nelly's ex, Chantal, just blew up the internet, dropping what looks like solid proof that he cheated on Ashanti. And this wasn't just a petty move. Chantal came with receipts, screenshots, timestamps, even a location tag that matches Nelly's tour stop. Here's where it gets even messier. Nelly and Ashanti recently got married in secret. They were supposed to be living their fairy tale, happily ever after life. But instead of enjoying the honeymoon phase, rumors of a breakup are already flying. They haven't even hit their 2-year anniversary. So when Chantal dropped all this info, the timing felt very intentional, like she waited to strike when it would hurt the most. But it's how Nelly reacted afterward that really set the internet on fire. Now, people think Ashanti might already be planning to leave him. And if you think that's wild, just wait until you hear what Chantal actually posted. The screenshots didn't just suggest cheating, they laid out a full timeline. Late-night texts, hotel confirmations, tour dates that all line up. It's pointing to one thing. This wasn't a one-time mistake. It looks like Nelly was having a full-on affair. And the worst part, it may have been happening while Ashanti was at home with their newborn. So buckle up, this drama is just getting started. Honestly, it's not even shocking. There were already signs that things weren't perfect between Nelly and Ashanti. Even before Chantal's receipts dropped, as fans know, their relationship has had ups and downs. They broke up, got back together, and finally tied the knot. But lately, their love story has looked more like damage control than a fairy tale. Chantal's accusations came just weeks after the couple's new reality show aired, and that show didn't exactly scream happy marriage. Instead of acting like a power couple, Nelly came across as impatient and disconnected, like he wasn't ready for the strong, evolved woman Ashanti is today. Fans noticed right away. One major red flag came in a scene where Nelly was preparing to perform at a presidential event. Sounds like a big deal, right? But Ashanti wasn't comfortable with it, and when she tried to express her concerns, Nelly shut her down completely. In the clip, Ashanti says he brushed off her feelings, like what she thought didn't matter at all.
Going on today?
Like what?
So, we just had a conversation.
What'd he say?
He's thinking about it. I think he's kind of leaning towards doing it. With everything, there are pros and cons. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I mean, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
But it actually gets even worse. In another scene from the show, one that really upset fans, Nelly straight up told Ashanti that he doesn't plan to help take care of her son until the baby is potty trained, talking, and walking. No exaggeration, he basically said that until little Kareem can clearly express his needs, he's not getting involved. Now think about what that really means. Ashanti would be expected to handle all the parenting responsibilities on her own every single day, while Nelly is out touring, posting online, and acting like he's still living the single life. And the way he said it, it didn't sound like a joke. It sounded like a man who had already made up his mind.
He can say, I'm hungry, until he can say, I need to use the bathroom. It's gonna be a lot in your lap. But as soon as he started walking, I said, enjoy. Because as soon as he get to walking and talking, he went to...
So when you add up the attitude, the cheating rumors, and everything that's happened so far, it's starting to look less like a rough patch and more like Ashanti is raising this baby and holding the entire marriage together by herself. And it gets messier. In the next clip, Ashanti admits that Nelly never gets up at night to help with the baby, not even once. You'd think he might at least feel a little guilty about it, right? But nope. Instead, Nelly brags about how well he sleeps, calling himself a good sleeper like it's something to be proud of. Even worse, he doubles down and says it's Ashanti's job to get up and take care of their son. No discussion, no compromise, just straight up dismissal, like it's not even worth talking about. And the way he said it, you could tell this wasn't just a one-time argument. It sounded like something he actually believes. So now we're not just watching emotional neglect, we're seeing Ashanti left to do all the physical, day-to-day parenting too. Fans are starting to ask, was Nelly ever really ready for this marriage? Or did he just want the image of a happy family without any of the responsibility?
I understand, how is it that you just sleep through when he starts crying?
Do y'all really be up at night? I heard about it.
You know what? It's absolutely ridiculous that you'll still be dead asleep and he'll be mad loud. That's ridiculous.
You know, it's a gift, I guess.
Why is that a gift?
I'm blessed with that.
No.
I'm gonna take you back to this conversation we had. Before you kicked me under the table, I said, baby, I give you the world. I just ain't changing no diaper.
Oh my God.
At this point, fans were completely calling Nelly out, and the backlash hit fast. Reports quickly started spreading that their marriage was already in serious trouble. And to be honest, these rumors didn't just come out of nowhere, they've been floating around for a while. But once the reality show aired, and people saw how Nelly was really treating Ashanti behind the scenes, it felt different. It hit harder. They tried to shut it all down with a joint interview, probably hoping it would quiet things down. But instead of calming the situation, it made things worse. The tension between them was obvious: forced smiles, awkward answers, and Ashanti barely making eye contact. Fans weren't buying it. That interview only confirmed what many already suspected. This marriage looks like it's barely holding on.
The challenges of filming with a baby.
What was some of the challenges of filming with a baby? I'm not gonna even front, like, we have a great nanny. And I mean, whenever I can pry him away from you, it's been pretty much a breeze for me.
I'd say.
Yeah. I probably changed 2 diapers.
I was just
in a
gonna
year.
say probably about 2,
Yeah.
maybe 3, maybe.
A couple of PPs, about 1 booby. Yeah, I think I'm at my limit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did good.
Didn't get on this time.
I did. I definitely did.
Okay.
Like life wasn't already messy enough. Nelly's ex, Chantel, has just come back into the spotlight with some serious claims. She's accusing Nelly of cheating on Ashanti during his tour, not just once or twice. According to her, it's been happening regularly. As you probably know, Nelly's been on the road for a while now, with more shows lined up in the coming weeks. But what really shook fans was when Chantel claimed that after almost every concert, Nelly allegedly had a different groupie backstage. And this wasn't just a throwaway accusation. She hinted that people close to the situation know what's going on, and some of them are even starting to talk. If you've ever heard stories about life on tours, this doesn't sound too far. There's usually partying, drinking, and sometimes even substances involved. And once the lights go out, things can get wild. So when Chantel spoke up, it felt like she was finally confirming something that had been happening for a while. She even claimed that Nelly's tour wasn't just about music, it was packed with women, a lot of them. And if you remember, Ashanti wasn't exactly happy when Nelly first said he was going back on tour. In one clip, she clearly says it didn't feel fair that he was leaving her alone with their newborn while he traveled the world. But that's just what we saw on camera. Behind the scenes, sources say Ashanti's real concern wasn't only about parenting, it was about trust. She knows Nelly and his past. And the moment he started talking about tour buses and late nights, her gut told her something was off. And honestly, when a man like Nelly with his history is constantly surrounded by groupies, it's not just insecurity, it's pattern recognition.
Back and forth periodically. 3 weeks here, 2 weeks back, 2 months.
I'm split about his tour. My first response is I'm super happy for him for putting it together. The wife and mommy side of me is like, nah, the wife side of me and mommy side of me is a little sad. You know, daddy's gonna be gone for a long.
But this situation just keeps getting messier. It looks like Nelly might still be out here doing his tip drill ways. Chantel, his ex, just dropped some screenshots of DMIs between Nelly and one of his alleged groupies, and they were anything but subtle. Nelly allegedly asked the woman to come through after a show, and the timing and location lined up perfectly with one of his recent tour stops, so it didn't feel random, it felt real. While Ashanti was at home recovering and caring for their newborn, Nelly was allegedly out doing the most, and the worst part, he didn't even seem to be trying to hide it. This wasn't some secret scandal, it came off bold, careless, and loud. Naturally, the internet exploded. But not everyone's buying Chantel's motives. Some people believe she's doing the right thing by exposing Nelly's behavior, but others think this might be more about revenge than justice. There's been talk that Chantel never fully got over Nelly, allegedly promising to marry her, only to leave her and start a new family with Ashanti. So now, with marriage and a baby in the picture, people are wondering if Chantel waited for the perfect moment to expose him just to tear down that happily ever after image. Her receipts might be legit, but her reasons, that's where opinions are divided. What's especially wild is that Chantel once defended Nelly hard. When he was facing serious allegations a few years ago, she stood by him and even called the women involved liars. You remember those cases, right? Back in 2018, a 21-year-old college student named Monique came forward, claiming that after a concert in Auburn, Washington, Nelly invited her to his tour bus hand. That's where things allegedly went very wrong. She said he began pleasuring himself in front of her without warning, and it escalated from there. When she tried to leave, Nelly's team allegedly kicked her off the bus, and he threw a $100 bill at her, like that would make things better. That wasn't all. 2 more women came forward. Jane Doe 1, a U.S. military member in the UK, claimed Nelly touched her inappropriately and cornered her at a show in 2016. Jane Doe too said Nelly invited her into his dressing room during a meet and greet in Essex and did the same thing, pleasured himself. Tried to force her to touch him and got aggressive when she resisted. So yeah, Nelly doesn't exactly have the cleanest history when it comes to respecting boundaries. And all of that makes Chantal's cheating claims sound a whole lot more believable. But again, let's not forget Chantal used to be his biggest defender. She even said, "I was there. Those girls are lying. I was in the dressing rooms. On that tour bus. None of that happened." Nelly thanked her publicly, said she was the love of his life, someone he wanted to marry. He called her sweet, beautiful, and praised how strong their bond was. Looking back now, it hits different. Not only did Nelly never follow through on those promises, he turned around, got back with Ashanti, got married, had a baby, and acted like none of it with Chantal ever mattered. That stings. And it makes Chantal's decision to speak out feel way more personal, like years of betrayal boiling over, not just a bitter ex acting out. So here we are. The woman who once stood by his side is now tearing down the whole house. And suddenly, Nelly and Ashanti's fairy tale isn't looking so magical. From DM leaks to backstage behavior, in total silence from Ashanti's end. This doesn't feel like a rough patch. It feels like a collapse. And if Chantal really kept all those receipts in her back pocket this whole time, waiting for the right moment, then this wasn't just exposure, this was payback. Now the only question left is this Nelly's final strike? Or is Ashanti about to shock us all and stand by him too? Either way, it looks like that dream romance just turned into a full-blown nightmare.